I used to believe love could protect me from the world, that if my heart was pure enough, it could survive ambition. I was wrong. My name is Lee Yoon. I sing in small bars now to people who barely look up from their phones. Some come to drink, some to forget, some just to escape the noise of their own thoughts. They call me a fallen star, but I don't think I fell. I think I was pushed, mostly by my own hands. There was a time when my voice filled small rooms with hope. Now it fills the corners of bars where no one listens. Maybe that's fair because I spent years not listening to myself. Before the fame, before the lights, I was a girl from a small town. I sang at a tea house near the university after class. That's where I met Liang Zhen. He fixed scooters by the campus gate. His hands smelled like oil and metal, and he always had a calm smile, the kind that said he didn't need the world to notice him, to know who he was. He used to come to my shows, sitting in the corner, watching. One night he told me, "Your voice feels like truth. Don't ever let the city change that." I didn't take him seriously. He built me a little studio out of scrap wood. It wasn't much, but it was something we made together. He sold his scooter to buy me a microphone and said, "If one of us reaches the city lights, both will." I thought that was love. Maybe it was, but sometimes love builds things that ambition later burns. When I left for Shanghai, Liang drove me to the station. He told me not to let them rename me. I laughed. I didn't understand what he meant until I was sitting in a producer's office, signing a contract that changed everything. He said I was authentic, then changed my hair, my clothes, my songs, even my smile. Liang came with me for a while, carrying cables, helping with rehearsals. He never complained, but I could feel him slipping away. Eventually, someone said, "Fans love mystery. She should look single." I laughed again and agreed. We both knew what it meant. He stopped coming to the studio. I stopped asking why. Fame came fast. The city rewarded my silence more than my honesty. There were parties, interviews, faces I didn't remember but had to pretend to. Liang opened a small workshop nearby, fixing cars, staying out of the spotlight. I tried to send him money once. He refused it. Sometimes I drove past his shop and saw him working. I wanted to stop to talk to him, but I didn't. What could I say? That I traded truth for applause? That I was tired of pretending? Instead, I looked away and kept driving. One night after a concert, he came to the gate. He had that same cracked phone and said, "You sound beautiful, but you sound gone." I didn't know how to respond. Security pulled him away before I could say anything. The next morning, the tabloids called him an unstable ex. I said nothing. Silence is safer in this business. It pays better than truth. Then came the scandal. Someone hacked the label's files. Contracts, fake charities, all the things they did in my name. The hacker called himself the catcher and ended every message with, "You fell from the rye." I lost everything overnight. Sponsors disappeared, my manager stopped answering calls, journalists called it the fall of a star. And then there was the fire. My villa burned to the ground. The smell of gasoline never left me. The police said it was arson. I didn't tell them what I already knew, that the smell reminded me of Liang the day he built that studio. He vanished after that. Some people said he crossed the Lotus Bridge, others said he drowned. I never tried to find out. He was done trying to save someone who didn't want to be saved. Months went by. The world forgot, but I didn't. Scandals fade from headlines, but they stay in the heart. I couldn't sing for a long time. My voice felt like a lie. Then a friend asked me to sing at her cafe. It was small, 10 people at most. I sang a song I wrote before the fame, before the lies. When I finished, a woman came up to me and said, "I don't know why, but I felt seen." For the first time in years, I didn't feel like I was performing. I felt alive again. Now I sing in small places, mostly to strangers. Not for fame, not for redemption, just because music feels honest again. Some nights, young girls ask, "Sister Yoon, how did you make it?" I tell them, "I didn't. I just survived what I became." I still keep Liang's cracked phone. It has our first recording, me singing off-key, him laughing in the background. That sound means more to me than any award I ever won. Sometimes I think about him, not with anger, not even regret, just gratitude. He stayed true when I didn't. He never sold himself for approval. Maybe he crossed that bridge. Maybe he's gone. But wherever he is, I hope he knows I finally understand. The world is full of phonies and I was one of them. But I'm learning how to be human again, one song at a time. We all fall eventually, but maybe growing up isn't about avoiding the fall. Maybe it's about standing again, without pretending. The truth hurts, but it heals deeper. Like rain washing ash from an old bridge, it clears what's left behind. I think that's where I live now, in the space between what burned and what survived. I'm not famous anymore, I'm not perfect, but I'm awake, and for the first time in my life, that feels like enough.